Remember QVC?
Something that's brand new this month.
Maybe inspire you to indulge in this experience. Today,
So make sure hurry up and grab this item. You really do need this.
You need this. You can get this. You need to call right now, though.
Actually, when it is selling less than $20. I just went ahead to put on.
TikTok's doing the same thing, but with creators as the host now. So every creator is pretty much a host. Let's talk about something we're all guilty of, and that's scrolling on TikTok and convincing ourselves that we need that new designer bag or those Miu Miu flats that we saw our favorite influencer having. TikTok has completely changed the way we shop. It's not just about the trends, the influencers, but it's a whole new level of marketing. Today, we're diving into how this platform has turned our For You pages into shopping catalogs and made luxury item an accessible good to everyone. First, let's talk about the algorithm. TikTok's For You page is scarily good at showing you what you want, exactly the kind of ideology you have, maybe even predict what you just talked about. Kind of feels like it knows you. Most people's For You page is curated to them. We feel like our For You pages know us. It knows the type of things that I would be drawn to, which kind of influencers I would like to see. We all have our own special For You page. And it's very telling as to kind of who we are, to be honest, whether we admit it or not. Have you noticed how random luxury products started appearing everywhere?
Popular bag of the moment. So hard to track down. In fact, I had to go to 4 different stores.
That's because TikTok doesn't sell you a product. It sells you an idea, a vibe, aura, whatever you want to call it, a lifestyle.
She's brought a ludicrously capacious bag.
That's what it's selling you, because obviously these are people wearing these items and just talking about it in their daily life. So now you attribute those items with that lifestyle. Take the Gucci model challenge.
Today I'm going to be showing you how to look like a Gucci model. And just like that, I'm a model for Gucci.
That was someone who created a sound based on how they were dressing and how it was very much capturing the essence of Gucci. So then they were like, hey, Gucci, hire me, right? It wasn't about wearing actually Gucci, though Gucci stock at that time was probably really rising a lot, especially because that was post-COVID and Gucci was doing really well then. Not so much right now. It was about showing how you would style Gucci, the lifestyle behind it, making it accessible to everyone, or at least making it more of a, you can do it too, right? Again, accessible to anyone. You can do it too with a scarf and some big sunglasses and some really vibrant clothing and some patterns and splashes. You can do it too. This lifestyle can be yours too. Or like I said, with even more relatable marketing we've seen recently with the auntie that was by the buses in London being marketed with Jacquemus, right? Smart campaign, smart marketing. It was very niche. It captured the people that the audience was talking to.
The Jacquemus store is now opening in London this Friday. Come and have a cup of tea with us.
The lifestyle or the things that they would like to see on their FYP. Their FYP would show this woman, I saw her, right? By the bus, you like, auntie, look out, you don't want to get hit by the bus. And it was a very niche thing. It was like, oh, this is our thing, right? Associating that with Jacquemus, great marketing. Those things you don't realize, of course, they tie in. You find something that's in your niche to be hilarious, applicable, fun, someone you can identify with, but she's doing this thing that's just like, okay, standing in front of buses, but it just works. And let's not forget the ever-present Hermes game, where everyone has to buy a million things, talk about it, or just, I guess you could be famous right out the gate or really rich. But if you're the wealthy still, because the wealthy still play these Hermes games, right? Trying to get that bag, trying to get, that Birkin, right? You're playing that game. All of these type of things we see on social media, people playing the game. Oh my God, I love that I got this bag. Hopefully this racks up and makes my SA call me and they can tell me this, that, and the other. And hopefully I get that bag, or they called me in and I got the bag, but it's not the bag that I wanted. This is all on social media. This is all on TikTok. You see these things. I see these things. And you're like, oh, okay, lifestyle, but it associates you with something, right? The Hermes game gives you the anticipation. You have to work to get our love and affection. Whereas you have the Gucci one that's like, hey, it's kind of accessible to everyone. Because that's the thing, eliticism aspect of luxury is that most people cannot have access to it, right? If you cannot have access to those things, it makes it more exclusive. Not everybody can buy these things. So when we now go on social media and we see quite a lot of people having these things, how are they doing it?
I have done grocery. I have purchased concert tickets. I have purchased Airbnb. I have gotten my car fixed on Affirm and Klarna. All kinds of stuff.
Then we start to either get into debt. Then we see the dupe culture, which really rose up a lot. These are all consequences of TikTok really pushing these luxury things. I mean, we saw, what is it? Well, like, I don't really know their name because I don't follow them, but it's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the ideal. They were in a hospital and their baby's Hermes, and that was like crazy amounts of money. This is all part of this ideal they're selling you. The lifestyle they're telling you cannot have exclusivity, but you do see it. So now there's a level of access that you don't have to these things that are supposed to be exclusive. And I think that's really where the downfall of the profit margin for luxury started to happen. They thought by oversaturating the market with influencers and giving influencers all this stuff and then having them talk about it on the internet, it would sell a certain ideal. But what it showed to people was there's more access to these things now. So now the dupe culture rose up, right? And then why would I go buy that thing when I could get a dupe of a similar looking item for way less of a price? Because TikTok turns products into stories. They're not just products anymore. They give you a story. Okay, you are now a storyteller of whatever item you have now. Trust me, I put videos out too. I know. You have to tell a good story, right? Even if it's just your regular day. You can't just be like, I came on here, yeah, I went to this and I did that, and then, I did this. You have to tell a good story. Outside of the whole industry of seeing dupes even rising up, we saw the second-hand luxury market really come up too, right? People aren't just buying full-price luxury anymore. If they wanted, they could go to Rebag. If they wanted, they could go to Fashion File. Love me Fashion File, right? They wanted to go to the Real. There are so many places now that you can go to get a second-hand thing that's authenticated, and you can get it at pretty much excellent condition for half the price. And you have thrift really rising up with the sustainability movement now. So yes, people are also finding those items in thrift or repurposing old designer items, old, pieces that they find in a store. We've seen that rise recently due, in my opinion, in a big part to TikTok. What TikTok really sells you that it's luxury for everyone. At least that's the idea. Again, good and bad. Bad for the companies who thought this would be good in the long run. And we are now seeing that is not the case because their profit margins are taking a hit. I think TikTok invented this type of shopping. And we see all these shopping, TikTok shop. Okay, remember QVC?
We are like the ESPN of shopping. What we want to do is tell stories.
I remember at late night, they would come on and they would sell you like a celebrity inspired brand or this luxury like bracelet you can buy in 4 payments or whatever. And now we also have buy now, pay later. So
6276, $100 value. You need this. You can get this. You need to call right now, though. I'm being told we have to
Watch the calls come in. Watch them.
now.
Here they come. Here they come. Now. Calls coming in now. Calls.
Remember QVC? At the time, they revolutionized shopping and TV, and people would get addicted. I remember seeing people on like YouTube talking about, I'm addicted to QVC. I buy from QVC all the time. It became a thing. The hosts weren't just selling, all right? They were entertaining. Does that sound familiar to you?
One is incredibly low. So again, please take advantage of it while you can, okay? It is such a beautiful piece. It does retail for $100 on our website and in our stores, but you guys don't have.
They were entertaining. They get you engaged. They would talk about their friends and families and something that they wore and how they use this and, oh, this is so interesting. I would give this to this person. Storytelling. TikTok's doing the same thing, but with creators as the host now. So every creator is pretty much a host.
QVC's business model is very simple. We build long-term relationships with customers. So our retention rate of existing customers is 89%. And if you just look at our total revenue mix, about 92% of our sales come from those returning customers.
In fact, we invite you into this show. Call us. Tell us how you...
And on TikTok, anybody can sell a vibe, whether it's a micro influencer showing off their new Chanel unboxing that they got for the first time ever because they hit, a certain milestone in their life, or for someone going viral for showing dupes that look just as luxe as the luxury item. TikTok's got a place for everyone. That's why your FYP looks different from my FYP. It's the QVC pipeline. It's just faster, funnier, way more interactive. Let's talk about influencers because they're the gatekeeper of luxury, but they're also the trendsetter parameters when it comes to any fashion cycle that we may see right now. Let's be real. Remember Bella Hadid and that Coperni dress, and it was went viral on TikTok and all social media, and everyone was talking about it, blah, 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 right? People were trying to recreate that look. We saw a million versions of that silhouette and that style of dressing and that off-shoulder look. So many references, and suddenly Coperni is the brand to watch.
These are my ladies.
You know, we saw that they had the moon bag. That was cool. And then to see this, it's like, oh, now they're on a different level. And what really changed that would be TikTok. We see TikTok now having live fashion show viewings. So you can literally turn into like Loewe's viewing sometimes or Gucci's viewings right from TikTok. We see creators like Janae Naylor. She's at the front row of all these fashion shows. She's able to see the things and really relay it to us right out the gate. We see Charles Gross, who breaks down the world of luxury for their audience, making it less intimidating, a little bit more approachable. Right. All of this access. We have front row. We're there, access. And then we even have people like Emma Chamberlain. We went, viral for just being the everyday girl, right? We see her at all these award shows recently. The everyday girl is now taking things like accessible, making it more fun, making it part of their personal aesthetic now. Those are all intentional things. Influencers don't just promote products. They make you feel like it's part of a lifestyle. It is part of their lifestyle. At least hopefully they sound like deceptive, right? It is part of their lifestyle. So they are showing you their lifestyle. So you feel like, yeah, I'm right there with you, right? We saw the Cartier bracelets go really viral. Everyone had to have a Cartier bracelet. We saw lots of dupes of it go around. A lot of dupes of the Van Cleef bracelets, necklaces, earrings, all of those go really viral, right? Because a lot of creators had that. Then we saw a lot of dupes of it happen again. So we see these constant cycles of constantly finding the luxury, finding the dupe, the affordable aspect of it, the accessible aspect of it. So why do I even need that part in the first place? Because it's a club where you don't necessarily have to spend thousands to fit in, because you can find the range of the price point that you want and find something that looks the same as what you were going for in the first place, right? I talk about my Loewe puzzle bag. They have versions of it on Amazon. We know this. A lot of people have done reviews about it. You can join the trend with a dupe and keep it moving. See that happening now. Go to a secondhand market, you get the same thing, half the price. What about the brands themselves though? TikTok has been forcing them to get creative. Like I just told you, Auntie with the bus, that is creative, okay? Very niche. People will get it. And that's the point, because Jacquemus is a brand for the people who get it. Bags that they had on social media, strolling through the street as though they were public transit, the people who get it. It's just fun. Now, I do think the bags are a little small, and we are seeing shrinkflation with bags now, but that's a different story for another video. So instead of seeing polished magazine ads, we're now seeing, obviously, TikTokers being the face of that. The influencers that we talked about earlier, they're the ones that are now representing these brands. Even non-influencers, just people like the auntie who just, well, she's an influencer now, but who just are showing people something that they can relate to, access to. That is what they have to now do. They have to make sure they are on top of the game, knowing what people are relating to. There was Louis Vuitton leaning into TikTok dances, trends, things like that. We saw Gucci, like I said, still fostering the Gucci trend, because if you go to the sound that I talked about, it is now under Gucci's name, or Gucci now owns that sound on TikTok. So again, something Gucci has pushed forward, the Gucci model trend. Those are things that make it interactive with the audience, things that are grassroots type of marketing. There's an audience already built into this item, to this product. And then I don't know about you, but I've been seeing a lot of live shopping events, bags that are pre-loved, used bags that you can get at a good sale. Those are another things that are obviously popping off now too. They let brands create that in-store luxury event. Like I said, we see all these runways now. They let you feel like you're there, let you feel like you're getting that experience as the viewer. It's literally luxury showrooms from your couch, from your bed. But it's not all perfect. Like I mentioned, brands have come onto TikTok to sell, but it's also caused a downfall in their profit, because people are now realizing, just as people are obviously sold these lifestyle, people also come onto the internet and say, wait, the quality of my product is not as good. I shop from this site and I'm supposed to get luxury, and it's actually not what you think it is. So we are now seeing behind the curtain. We're now seeing the truth of it. We saw a lot of Chanel issues pop up. That is one of the biggest increases that we've seen recently when it comes to pricing. And to have that kind of quality decreasing from people that I saw was outstandingly insane to me. So it makes the idea of luxury is not all it's cracked up to be, because now we have access. That access is a good and a bad thing. Good for us because we see the truth of everything, or at least hopefully see the truth of everything. Bad for the companies, but really, I really don't care. I'm sorry. A lot of companies, as I've talked about recently, increased the price of their luxury goods in the past 2-3 years, especially after COVID. They saw a big boom, 2021 and 2022, and they thought, well, we're going to keep increasing the price out the middle income earners. This is all for high earners, make it as exclusive as possible. What happens is, if you're trying to also sell your product as access, as relatable on TikTok, how does that work? And then when people see, wait, okay, it's not as sustainable because they're still not selling, they're still not paying people. We saw the Dior scandal where they're not paying their workers. So it's not necessarily luxury. It's not necessarily that it lasts longer anymore. Why should I buy it? I could buy another version. I could buy another style. It doesn't matter. There's so many brands out there, right? Exactly. So I think luxury companies thought, oh, we can make our money this way. And I'm sure maybe if you're playing the Hermes game, sure. I think Hermes is the only one right now still having profits. Brands thought TikTok propels overconsumption. People are still going to buy it. And I'm sure they're still making money. The profits and the money they're making is not what it was. Decreased net profit is what they're seeing right now. Yes, TikTok encourages overconsumption, 1000%. We saw the underconsumption trend come through recently, right? We now see a range of creators. We see a range of creators saying, don't buy from the brand, buy from this site. It's cheaper. Don't buy from the brand, buy a dupe. I like it better. You see a lot of your favorite creators saying, comparing luxury version to the Amazon version or to the dupe version and saying, which one would I have bought? Which one do I think is worth the money? And a lot of times even going in the direction of the dupe. So we see that now, we see the thrifting lifestyle, the sustainability movement. It makes that access like, is it worth my time? Am I buying this luxury because I actually like this thing? It's actually a good item, or am I doing it to keep up with the Joneses, to keep up with the trends, to keep up with the time, to be in the rat race of spending? At the end of the day, TikTok has completely shifted and 100% revolutionized the way that we shop and look at items now. When it comes to luxury, the idea that it's just about exclusivity has been removed from the picture. Bro actually said that they didn't want any creator showing what was happening live. They wanted it to be written. They did not allow any phones at their show over the summer because I think they're realizing that access issue. The Row is actually realizing, yeah, a lot of people may have access to it, but it's making also the dupes come up. It's making all these other things come up. So they are actually, I think, going after limiting that access. It's no longer about exclusivity anymore. They may be trying to keep it up at the Row, but it's not, because we see it so much from our favorite creators, people we love to see, to be honest. I love seeing creators with their stuff, with their bags and shoes, and inspiring me on what to wear and how to shop and where to go. I love it. It is helpful to me sometimes as well. It's detrimental sometimes when you fall into the trap of spending, obviously. TikTok gives us accessibility, creativity, and storytelling. Who's not in? We're all locked in. Whether you're buying a designer piece, a secondhand, or just admiring the trends, TikTok makes you feel like you're in. When you talk to another person, you say, are you on TikTok? Exactly. Now you will have some kind of common ground on some topics because you're on TikTok. What do you think? Are TikTok and luxury and TikTok and shopping a perfect match? Because I think it's created a yin and yang effect, a definite good and bad when it comes to shopping over consumption. But at the same time, now we're getting trends that are also pushing against it. It gives access, but is it the right access? Let me know in the comment what you think. And don't forget to check out my video on the rise and fall of Quiet Luxury 1.0. Share this video for more deep dives into the world of fashion and culture. And until next time, bye.